Hello and welcome back to another episode of Super Spurs with me, DJam FM. Today's matchup is against Dnipro, where we're in the second leg of the semi-final of the Europa League. You'll be able to see as I go into the schedule here, the first leg finished 2-2. So we've got ourselves a couple of away goals, just like we did, well, not just like we did, but how we did in the last leg against CSK Moscow, where we got the away goal. But it doesn't mean it's going to be, an easy matchup. Dnipro actually dominated the first leg. We somehow managed to scrape for a couple of goals. Harry Kane scored in the last minute, although, to be honest, it was really, really good work by Ryan Mason. He took a past three players shot and it hit Harry Kane and just went in. But it sets us up quite nicely. It's a 2-2. So from the first leg, we're now at home and hoping to press home the advantage and get into the final of the Europa League. But since we last saw each other, which was against CSKA, we've had quite a few results in the Premier League. So the first game, we drew 0-0. Lost 2-0 against Sunderland. We had a lot of players who were on like 80% fitness and some of them just weren't up to us, so we changed quite a few personnel around. Unfortunately, Defoe scored two absolutely amazing goals and we just couldn't recover. Tried to make quite a few subs to get things going again, but it never really happened. The result then happened against Liverpool, which was a 2-2 draw. Exactly the same in terms of the first game that we played against them, where we went 1-0 up, then we're 2-1 down, and I was thinking to myself, not again. But Harry Kane got himself another goal. It was absolutely class, and we managed to get a 2-2 draw. So we just had the 2-2 draw against Dnipro, and we've also beat West Brom 3-1 away from home. Zach Clough getting himself on the score sheet, Christian Eriksen himself, grabbing himself a couple of goals. We did quite well in that game. I was quite happy, other than the fact that West Brom did score, and it took until halfway through the second half in order for us to get back into the lead. But a win is a win. We'll have a look at the Premier League in a little bit more detail after the game, but I'm keen to get into this matchup against Dnipro. The team is all set. I'm ready and raring to go. It's a normal sort of team for us. Sort of like Harry Kane up top and Eriksen, Song, Lamela. Bentaleb's having to play in the middle for today's game. Dele Alli's been injured for about 6 to 7 weeks, so an absolutely massive blow for us. But other than Bentaleb coming in, it's pretty much a same sort of team. So let's get into this. I really want to get a win in this game. It's massive for the series if we can just get a first trophy under our belt to really start things off well for the series. But the league, when I show you the table, it's pretty much gone. It's not going to happen. We're now fighting for second spot with Everton, but I'll show you that in more detail after the game. We've already kicked off for today, in the matchup today. Eric Dyer's on a yellow card already, fantastic. But here's the first attack of the game. So Dyer's got the ball now, plays it back out to Eriksen, and Song's got the goal. We're 1-0 up. We are well and truly in the driving seat now. It's trying to load up a highlight, but because of the two away goals, Dnipro have now got to score 2 goals in order to go through. So a draw is not good enough for them. They have to get themselves 2 goals just to stand any chance of getting back into this game. But as a result, I'm just going to retain the possession. Standard formation. I just realised I skipped the highlight there, so apologies about that. But yeah, so this is going quite well so far. Not too much in terms of efforts on target and highlights really to show you, but for me this is perfect. I just want to get through to the final. We've got an absolutely massive game coming up next against Arsenal as well, so depending on what the score is at half time, I may try and make a sub there. Bentaleb and Eric Dyer in the middle are particularly tired, so is Eriksen as well. but typically they're the ones with the best ratings, so you don't really want to take them off. But Eriksen's now on the ball, passes it back to Trippier, ball across, and they make a clearance. But Danny Rose picks up the ball. What can he do now? Good run down the left-hand side, ball in. Harry Kane taps it in. That's 2-0. That should be game over now. Fantastic. Oh, so much relief. So much relief. Danny Rose with a really, really good ball in. The goalkeeper has just not reacted there at all. And Harry Kane has just got himself another goal this season to extend the lead to 2-0, 4-2 on aggregate. As a realistically, that has got to be game set and match. So I'm going to make a couple of subs at half time just to try and keep some of the players fresh. As I said, the Arsenal game is big. I need to get a win in the Premier League. So half time, 2-0. I'm going to say I'm happy with how things are going. Keep it up. And let's get onto the tactics screen here. So Ryan Mason is going to come on for Dyer. We're going to do a swap with Bentaleb. And we will take, let's have a look, put Damari Gray on for Eriksen and put Lamela into the middle. Second half has begun. We've got Damari Gray and Ryan Mason on the pitch, so 2 English players to see out the rest of this game. How can they fare up? What I'm going to do at the end of the season is I'm going to give you a play-by-play sort of review of how each player has done during the course of this season and what the plan is with them over the course of the summer. So I'm going to do that in sort of separate videos where I'll do the goalkeepers and the defence first, then midfield, and then the strikers. But we'll be doing it with as many levels as I possibly can in terms of under 21s and under 18s as well. It's not something I see a lot of YouTubers do. They tend to just try and skip through the pre-season, but I want to tell you what the plans are for each player. Obviously, the aim of this series is that we have as many English players and young English players in the team as possible. But as I said, I'm going to be giving you a break by breakdown of each individual player. So that'll be interesting for you guys to see. Well, I hope it'll be interesting for you to see who you think, who's doing well and what the future plans are for them. But in terms of the actual match that we're doing right now, I'm just going to take Harry Kane off for the last 10 minutes. He doesn't need to run around. Typical Lamela is now injured, so I'm just going to take him off. We'll play the last few minutes with 10 men. It looks like we're going to get our win and go through to the final of the Europa League. So hopefully we'll be able to see who we're playing as well in the final. But final highlight of the game, Alderweireld's flick on from a free kick from Mason, and that is it. That's full time. We're through to the Europa League. I'm just going to say I'm happy with how we've done. Well done, boys. So it's 0-0 in that game. So we're going to be playing Valencia in the Europa League. Lamela's only out for a week, but that does mean that he's going to be out. I'm just going to send the assistant to that. We're going to be playing against Valencia. Now, when is that scheduled for? So 3 days after the Palace game. Right, Palace game, we're going to have to play some of our youngsters in. But so we've now got Dele Alli and Lamela out injured at the moment. So massive blows for us. We've got Arsenal in 3 days' time. That'll be the next game that I do a recording on. So I'm going to have a little break because you'll probably be able to tell from the sound of my throat. I'm not feeling 100% at the moment, so I'm not going to do the recording of this one until maybe a day or so's time, just so I can give my voice some sort of time to recover. But in terms of the actual Premier League, yeah, I mean, it is over. We're 7 points away. We can't win it, but realistically, we're fighting with Everton for second spot. It'd be nice if we can beat Arsenal so we don't let them get into the top 4. That'd be really, really good from just like a personal point of view. But yeah. So that'll wrap things up for today. As I said, the next matchup will be against Arsenal. Yeah, if you've liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter as well. As I said, apologies for the sound in my throat. Hopefully it'll be better and up and running within the next few days to bring you some better content. You'll probably be able to tell that my reaction wasn't as hyped up as it was normally, but yeah, we'll hopefully come across better next time. But until the next time that we see each other, adios.